Coach, what is it about this team, especially in overtime? It seems like you find the word of finding a way to win. Can you talk about that, please?
I really think that it's the closeness of our group. I think we got a real special group here. Our leadership, I think it's our belief system in what we're doing and the standard that these guys have set from day one of training camp, their work ethic. They've been so committed to it all year. I just think that they've come so far now that they're not going to give up on it. And I believe that's what's kind of pushed us through the overtimes. We have different guys stepping up every night. We're finding different ways to win. We're getting a lot of special performances from a lot of our players on any given night, and that's what it takes this time of year. But I believe we're a team through and through, and it's an unselfish attitude, and I think that's what pushes us over the top.
Talk about that. Sedlak wins a draw on that last face-off. He doesn't get an assist on the point sheet, but how critical, obviously, was that? Yeah,
it was. I mean, it's crucial. The little things that make the differences in hockey games. We talk about them all the time. The face-off by Sedlak, I believe he got help in there from Hannah Kanan to kick the puck back, and then they execute up top, get a great shot. It gets blocked or it hits someone in front, and guys going to the net, getting in the goalie's eyes, and coming up with a rebound. It's done at both ends of the rink, but these guys are. It's just a play. Those plays, you gotta make some plays in order to win hockey games, and they certainly made a big one there.
Jared, you mentioned to me out there after the game, during the overtime intermission, you guys were talking about set plays, and that one in particular. Is it something you guys worked on in practice with that line, or what was it?
We work on face-off plays all year, and some games we use them more than others. They're doing them too, and my belief on it, honestly, is sometimes you run set plays, if the coverage is real tight and real good, it takes, if you're going to run plays and roll players away from the net, then sometimes you don't get enough traffic, and it turns into turnovers. And other times it's just better to just get in the pocket and pound it to the net and fight to the net. So I'm a believer in them. I don't want to set play run in every always own face-off, so they're aware of our draws. We've drawn them up. They've seen them. We've practiced them through the course of the season. And, I mean, this one was pretty simple. You line up two guys on a one-timer and hopefully get a better shot than what you would if you were on your natural sides and give their guys time to find the lanes. But you have to win the draw. That's the biggest thing, and that what we did, and we got some help, and it ends up in the back of the net.
Jen, can you look at the big picture? The first year your team has been here in Cleveland, and to be one win away from the ultimate in your league.
Yeah. I mean, it's a humbling experience, to be honest. We talk about our guys love this city. I mean, we've been here such a short time, but we're excited, enthused, and couldn't be happier to be here. I think as an organization, coaching staff, players, the whole deal, it was a no-brainer. And to be able to try and bring a championship to the city and now have an opportunity to try and win it at home, it's something that we've talked about. I think our guys are excited for it. And there's all kinds of motivation. You have individuals with certain motivations and who they're playing for, and we talked early in the playoffs about looking outside of ourselves. For the city, your parents, friends, family, all the people that have supported you throughout your careers. You have to take that in consideration, and I believe that like we touched on earlier, their work, and that's why I believe this team isn't quitting. I think again, it's a special group of guys with a lot of character and a lot of reasons why they want to win, and the city's certainly one of them.
Coach, one technical question, if I can, please. Go ahead.
The defenders did a heck of a job. Forwards were again a good game, 17 saves and all, but as many times as they were taking hard shots, you had the defenders sacrificing their bodies.
Yeah, well, we didn't like the way we defended in game two. So we went over some things, areas that we can improve on. It was nothing groundbreaking, but it's just details that kind of slip out of your game here and there. We liked our game one, we did not like game two, but we were opportunistic and we scored on our chances, and we created enough chances to win the game, but we gave up too many, and Forsberg had to be exceptional. You know, tonight he was excellent, but he didn't have to be, you know, the savior. And I think that you got to be able to defend to win. And we gave up some chances tonight that I didn't like. We usually show our guys those chances, but we did a much better job defensively. I mean, the things that we gave up tonight was because we turned the puck over in the neutral zone, and then our rush coverage wasn't as tight as it could be. But that's what happens when you're chasing some 3-on-2s and odd man rushes. And but in the defensive zone, we were good. We got the pucks quicker today than we did in game two, and that was that was an area that we wanted to improve. Try to touch the puck first.
Here's Josh Anderson. Can you give us any kind of update on these upper or lower?
He is day to day. Yeah, and you know, we evaluate him every morning, and we'll see when he's ready to go. We've got some time off here till Saturday, and hopefully he's ready to go.
Coach, because of the NBA Finals, you have to wait till Saturday, an extended period. Is that a good thing for you, or would you rather, you know, have that a normal day or two off and then play again?
You know, I don't, good or bad, it just is what it is. Like we try not to let any of that stuff. It's out of our control, so we try not to even talk about it. I mean, we've had some strange situations so far in this playoffs. I mean, we had 10 days off our first break. Then we played after 3. We've gone back to back. We've had, you know, day of rest in between. That's semantics for us. We have enough time to get ready to play and get rested and ready to go, and they have the exact same break we do. So we try not to put too much stock in that. What our preference is, we try not to talk about that stuff. It is what it is. We're playing Saturday, and we're going to come and try to close this thing out.
Coach, let me try again. Just the thoughts, as the game wore on, it seemed like the ice was deteriorating on both sides. Do you have a thought on how the game had changed in your mind because the ice was slow sometimes, it was chippy? Even after resurfacing, it seemed like that ice was a little soft for a while. Can you talk about that?
Well, you know what, we didn't like the ice one of our previous games here, but tonight, right from pregame skate, they put a lot of work into it early this morning, and some of the edging was a little bit off in pregame skate, and they put a lot of work into it, and our guys really liked the ice tonight. They thought it was good, especially early on. In any game, it's going to deteriorate a little bit, especially when you get into the overtime. We just talk about making hard plays. Like, we don't want a little bounce here from making a soft play, especially into the middle of the rink. And we did that a little bit early in the first in our own zone, and then we did it a little bit in the second period. So we're just, you know, when we talk about managing the puck, and we want to make hard plays and make sure that we're not just babying stuff into the middle of the ice. And I thought we did that for the most part, except for, you know, a portion of that second period when we were turning the puck over.
Coach, can you... Things you cleaned up in game 2 coming in, obviously their chances are few and far between largely here tonight. What were specifically some of those things that you saw carried out tonight that were important for game 2?
Well, I touched on getting to the puck first. If we weren't there first, to get physical, and just talked a little bit about having closer support, both on the forecheck and in D-zone coverage. If you're touching the puck first, then you're going to defend less, okay? If they're touching it, they're going to get into an area where they want it. If we're touching it, we're going to try and put it in an area where we want it and where we know it's going. And that's one thing. Closing quicker, you know, just skating, be aggressive defenders. If we're going to make a mistake, let's make it working hard and skating hard, not standing around and just following guys around the ice. And I mean, that's, again, I said earlier, that's nothing groundbreaking. That's things we talked about from day one of training camp. We're still talking about it now. That's what happens. You face a good team, they come at you hard, and they're moving, and then they're a good team, puck possession team in the offensive zone. We're okay spending some time in there. Like we talk about not having to, not to panic if they get in there and they spend more than 10-15 seconds in there. That's okay. It's as long as we're not giving up quality scoring chances, then we'll take care of that. And And then when we do get the puck back, not just throwing it back to him and throwing it away, like just have a little poise, patience, communicate, and then make a play to get out of the zone, and then we can get a change or move on into the neutral zone or the offensive zone. Hopefully.
Can you talk about
Sorry, last one.
Can you talk about Bjorkstrand's performance the last couple of games, and is there anything in particular that's really set him up to do this well?
Yeah, work ethic. I think when he's working on the puck and away from the puck, he's going to have success. He's got a gift. Everyone knows his junior numbers. He had a little bit of a slow start, had an injury early in the year, really came on in the second half. He's a goal scorer. That's what he is. So he has those instincts. He's going to put pucks in the net if he's working the way he has to work, and that's what he's been doing here lately, and that's why he's having success.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.